We're going to be potting up a beautiful spring container, and it is going to be full of color. I mean loaded. Well, not so much, but it's going to be colorful. And it's going to fit perfect for the area where we're going to be placing it at. So this container is concrete. It has a beautiful patina on it. I bought it that way. And of course, since it's been in my garden for several seasons, it has certainly aged and it's just absolutely wonderful. On the inside of this container, I do have drain holes here. And since it is a rectangle, I have two. We'll take a piece of window screen and cover it up. Now this is kind of cutting it close as far as edges here, but it'll work because the way that we're going to put the soil down on the inside is going to make the difference. And I'll just swipe back anything that's covering the drain hole, and there we go. Here's one that's larger than the first one that we had, so we'll go ahead and cover up the drain hole. I have some of the most gorgeous plants, so we're going to pot this on up. We only need just a small amount of soil, just enough to cover the bottoms. Just enough, just like that. So not even a full scoop of soil. And we do have some left over. And I'll show you what the inside looks like. Here's our inside level here for a point of reference. And this is our edge. So we have, you know, quite a bit, but we're just basically giving our plants a pillow, if you will, for the roots to rest on. I have one more pansy. Actually, it's a viola that I need to pop in because we all know that all violas are pansies, but not all pansies are violas. They're a derivative of the viola. But while I was planting up, one of my pansies completely came apart while trying to get it out of the carton here. So one of the things when I'm planting up a container, this is a hack that you can use and it'll definitely save you money. You want to take you a landscape pen, or you can also use, so this is a secret that I use behind the scenes. You can also use a pair of large tweezers. I use these when I am planting up my different terrariums, or I'm just trying to get a seedling out of its place, or even sometimes with propagation, I'll use the tweezers as well. But what I like to do is I go in just like this, and this arrangement is gorgeous. Don't worry, I'm gonna let you get in, because honey, when I tell you it's giving all the feels, all the vibes is given, and that more abundantly. But what you do is you take your landscape pen and you literally just come down on the inside here, and it is rusted. It's rusted because I keep it wherever I'm going to be potting things up. So I have one on another workbench that's outside. I'll tuck them sometimes inside of different types of planters or underneath a planter so I can access them. But you just come in just like this, and then you squeeze, and then you pull out your seedling just like that. Did you guys see that? So to show you again, you just come in just like this, squeeze, and you pull it out, and it'll save your plants here. Put that back in there. Take our seedling here, and we'll fit this in the back, and I'll show you what this arrangement looks like, because it is definitely packed full, and I am totally 100% obsessed with it. I love it. I absolutely love it. So let's talk about these flowers, because they are giving, and I mean that more abundantly. So we used 6, 12, 18 pansies, or excuse me, violas in this arrangement, minus 18, because I pulled one from another container. So when I am using, or I am planting up my arrangements to grace a table, especially if I am doing this right before I know guests are getting ready to come, my violas that don't have a bloom on it, because I want that instant gratification, I'll just take them and set them to the side, and I'll use them, but I'll use them in a different arrangement. Now, what I did was I came in and I started off with a beautiful cream ranunculus, and it is giving, baby. It is, oh, it just puts the S and the G in spring. Then we came in with some gorgeous hydrangea, big leaf macrophalia, and that's one of the things that I get asked about so often is how can you identify which hydrangea you have? If your hydrangea is white, which you do have your big leaf white hydrangeas, I love them. I use them every year in my garden. But if you have that, you'll be able to tell, because it has a bigger leaf. Now, you do know that most often your big leaves or your mountain hydrangeas, those are going to come in the blues, the pinks, the purples. They even have some that have a burgundy hue. They also have some that are the most gorgeous magenta that you've ever seen before. And so those are how you're going to identify your big leaf hydrangeas. And then it doesn't hurt to put a little label somewhere close to the plant, so that way you'll be able to remember it. But if you're moving in somewhere, then you just kind of what I would do is, if I couldn't figure it out, I would just deadhead it, because it'll still put blooms on. Trust me. I'm talking about decades on decades. I might be telling my age as far as, you know, having hydrangeas in the garden. Then from there, we came in with a beautiful white cyclamen. And I like the cyclamen because the cyclamen has the variation in the leaf, and it just really just pulls it in, because it plays off the texture of the big leaf hydrangea. And I mean, it's just so many different textures going on when it comes to the leaves here, because each plant offers us a different delicacy when it comes to texture in the leaf here. And then around the base here, we graced it ever so effortlessly with a beautiful pink sorbet viola. I'm telling you, if you see these in your garden centers, you want to grab them because they are going to be one of the first to go. Because if you know, you know. Because baby, when I tell you, you can have a luxurious show. I mean, you can definitely have a luxurious show. And I absolutely love it. It's packed to the brim. Now, when you have containers like these that are absolutely just packed to the brim, when it comes to watering, you want to be very meticulous. So you want to do what I like to call pinpoint watering. Now, I could go in with a watering can like this, and I will go down up underneath my flowers and I will water and then stop. But if you are new to packing your containers full to get a luxurious show like this, then I'm going to give you my secret weapon. Hold on. Now, I have a squeezer here that I go in, get in between the plants, and I water. Does it take longer? Absolutely. Or you can use your pinpoint watering can where you come in and you're able to get in and pinpoint water. Just like that. I love it. Let me know what you think about this. The ranunculus are, ooh, they are absolutely gorgeous. Let me know. In your spring arrangements, do you use ranunculus? Do you use ranunculus in your springtime arrangements? Because I'm telling you, if you've never used ranunculus, I just need you to get just one. Just one. You can literally come in and make the most gorgeous arrangement with just one ranunculus. And I'm telling you, once you do it one time, you are going to be hooked. Do you hear me? And for my southern gals and guys that watch the channel, you should have ranunculus out now. Now, for a lot of my northern or like mid through the United States, you may not have, or around my area, you may not have access to your ranunculus just yet. But I'm telling you, as soon as you get them, baby, get them sooner than later. And you want to get them where they're closed up. That way you can enjoy them, and you want to continue to cut your ranunculus because you want it to stay fresh and you don't want to stress the plant out, but very well. But in addition to that, you also want to make sure that they don't dry out. But I absolutely love this arrangement. Here is the front of our arrangement. I mean, the violas are tucked up underneath and they go all across the base of the arrangement here. And you can definitely see the play on texture. You can definitely see the play on color. And the ranunculus are just so gorgeous. Just look at that. Look at that. Isn't that darling? Just so beautiful. I just love them. Even the buds, I just love the buds. And they're budded up. I mean, it's buds all over. And our hydrangeas, they're so gorgeous. And they're also in different stages of bloom. Then we come across the texture of the cyclamen. And here is the face of our viola. It's so absolutely gorgeous. Just beautiful. I just love it. I'm looking for some containers. So we are going to head to the Home Depot and we're going to see if we can find some containers that I'm looking for. I need 2 of them. So if I find one, then I'll get the one and make the look happen because I already have 2 of them on hand. But we're going to head to the Home Depot. I tried to look online and baby, the prices they talking about online. Yeah. But let me know down in the comment box what you think about this arrangement. Did we bring it or did we bring it? Beep. We're going to go over here and see what inventory they have. Now, some of the Home Depots that I went to, they didn't have anything out. But it looks like this one does at least have some sort of inventory. So it's going to be interesting to see what they have out. See, they have some spring plants. They look like some saxifrage from right here. And then some candy tuft. Hellebores, of course. Now we have some pincushion flowers, which these are absolutely wonderful to use in your early spring arrangements. And then some saxifrage, I can see that from all the way over there. Some hellebores, absolutely gorgeous. And then some coral bells. Now we need to make our way on the inside. Also over here, they do have evergreens out, and I think we'll go ahead and take a peek at what is over here as well. See if it's anything that we're looking for. They got fruit trees out here, but I want to take a peek at some of these shrubs and the trees. Azalea. More boxwood. Any topiary form? I don't see them. All right, let's head on the inside. We'll head in out here. Oh, look at those topiaries. Y'all know I love me a topiary. What is the varieties? Are these art? Yep. A fruit cocktail tree is 60 bucks, and it has grafted on there a peach early Albert, a plum Italian, and a peach contender. And how big does this get? Grows best in full sunlight. It's not necessarily saying, with me glancing when I'm not seeing it. So we'll pass on that. Because I do have a small garden, so I need to make sure anything that I get stays small for my small garden. All right, now let's look at these containers. So over this way, we just have more like porcelain type, and these birds are really singing, honey. We'll go down here and see if I see it, but I am not seeing it, honey. Nope, so that was a bust.